Hey everyone, my name is Chloe and welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. So if you have not seen one of these videos, I'm doing the exact same thing I did last year. So I will link last year's playlist down below. But what I did is at the beginning of the year, I asked my mom to wrap up 24 books for me that just made her think of me, or she wanted me to read or whatever. Just because I have always had the desire to like go into a bookstore and just pick something without knowing anything about it, and like that doesn't happen that often now because of booktube and because of all like the book, like I feel like I've heard of everything. So I love finding these kind of oldies or just random books that make her think of me. So this video will be me reviewing the book. It'll be a little unwrapping, unboxing. It'll be a little bit of a life update and just all in one. So today's book is a paperback and it feels kind of small. Today is January 17th. So it's midway through January. We just got a really big snow, but then today and tomorrow are going to be like 40s and 50s. So I'm hoping it all goes away. I am not a fan of snow, but I'll tolerate it if it's just like it lasts 1 or 2 days. But otherwise, we are just kind of getting by, still kind of getting over our miscarriage, and just kind of hanging low and getting back into the swing of things. COVID is running crazy around here. I hope it's over by the time you guys see this. I hope that COVID is like not really a thing anymore, but that's kind of wishful thinking. So yeah, a lot of schools are closed, a lot of things not happening, kind of miniature lockdown again, but we're still getting out as much as we can safely. So that's kind of where we are. So let's open this sucker up. Oh, I love her. So I had told my mom a couple of my auto-buy authors, and Diane Chamberlain, The Good Father. So this is one. Diane Chamberlain is one of my auto-buy authors for sure, and I have not seen The Good Father. So a beloved daughter, a devastating choice, and now there's no going back. 4 years ago, 19-year-old Travis Brown, I went to high school with a kid named Travis Brown, made a choice to raise his newborn daughter on his own. I love single dad stories too. That's like a weird thing. I just love them. While most of his friends were out partying and meeting girls, Travis was at home changing diapers and worrying about keeping food on the table. But he's never regretted his decision. So also I love like books that kind of replicate my stage of life. So I'm not an 18-year-old, 19-year-old raising my kids, but I am in the thick of this like young kid stage. So again, sounds promising. Bella is the light of his life, the reason behind every move he makes. And so far she is fed, cared for, and safe. But Travis loses his construction job and his home. The security he's worked so hard to create for Bella begins to crumble. Then a miracle. Job in Raleigh has the power to turn their fortunes around. It has to, but when Travis arrives in Raleigh, there's no job, only an offer to participate in a one-time criminal act that promises quick money and no repercussions. With nowhere else to turn, Travis must make another choice for his daughter's sake, even if it means he might lose her. This sounds so good. So really excited about this one. Great choice, Mom. We'll see if I like it as much as I think I'm going to. Okay, so it is many days later, and I have finished The Good Father. I always want to call it The Good Daughter. I don't know, like the dream daughter, the good daughter, the good father. The Good Father is what I finished, and I liked it. So I like read this book, obviously not really knowing a whole lot about it, and I didn't like look it up on Goodreads or anything before I read it. And as I was reading it, I was thinking like, I wonder if this was like early 2000s, because it feels like it definitely has that like Diane Chamberlain kind of compulsive readability where I really wanted to like keep picking it up. I was really interested in the story. But you could definitely tell like there were some issues with it, and like it felt like it was an earlier one. So this book is about 3 people, and I'm spacing on their names, and I don't have the book with me right now, but it's about this man who is raising his 4-year-old daughter. He is a single dad raising her, and he lives with his mom, but then something happens to his mom, so he is really just out of luck, like out of money. He doesn't have childcare, and so he takes this job doing something a little bit shady to take care of his daughter. And he doesn't really have anybody to help with her, so he leaves her with a friend that they've like met at the coffee shop. So we get perspectives from both of them, and we also get a perspective from the child's biological mother. At first, like you get all 3 perspectives really, really quickly, and I didn't feel like it was done well. The way I'm glad we got all three perspectives. Maybe, honestly, I really wish we would have just had the two women's perspectives, but I love, reading from a woman's perspective, so maybe that's just me, but the way they were all three introduced felt really harsh and really abrupt and, kind of confusing, and it just was not woven in well. But as you got, into the story, a third or a half of the way through, you knew who everybody was, but I just feel like it constantly, I constantly had to recheck my brain to be okay, this is who this is her storyline, this is her storyline. And I just felt like the way it was introduced was not good. There's also a lot of times when you need to suspend your disbelief on this because, like I said, he gets involved in something kind of shady, and the way he works through that is not very realistic, in my opinion. So I'm giving this book 3.5 stars. Like I said, I love Diane Chamberlain. I love her writing style and authorial voice. Is that the right word? I don't know. I love how she writes things, and I love, just kind of the compulsive readability. Like I said, she is really engaging, and her stories move, they're character based, but they've got a significant amount of plot, in my opinion. This one just wasn't her best. It was not written in the early 2000s. It was 2012. So yeah, it's 10 years old. She's definitely improved, in my opinion, but, this was one of her weaker ones. So I still really liked it. I would still recommend it. Just go in kind of prepared to maybe reread the first part a couple times and, not have a story that's super real to life. So that is everything for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.